Namaskara. Welcome to Ahara Arogya Adhyatma, the light of Samskara. Today we have Dr. Bharat N. He is MD Pediatrics and a fellow in the neonatology. And more than that, he is working in a most charitable mission hospital, that is the Chinmaya Mission Hospital. And though he is a neonatologist, he has a concern for the all-round development of the children. And that is the reason he has taken this topic of media and the mind development in children and the good parenting. How the parents must be like a role model for the children. Welcome, Dr. Bharat.
Thank you, madam. I am honored to be in this podcast. Thank you for inviting me and making me part of this.
Yeah, it is such a pleasure to talk to you. Nowadays the medias have changed because when we were kids, except the newspaper, we didn't have anything. And in fact, our grandparents used to make us read the newspaper to improve our, the languages, the skill, and the all the words. But today, the children have lost their skill of language, the skill of learning, skill of creativity, and they have become like robots looking into. It is not a joke. What I show is Gandhiji's, don't listen to bad things, don't see the bad things, don't talk bad things. But today, those who are in the mobile, the kids, like the fourth monkey, they don't listen, they don't see, they don't talk to anybody. They are in their own world doing the video games. So, what are the media that we have today and how it is affecting the childhood? Please tell us.
There are different types of media, any screen for that matter, be it from the form of TV, laptop, or be it in the form of a tablet. All comes under screen usage in kids, and it has effects both on mental health and physical health of the kids, including long-term effects such as diabetes, hypertension, and even maybe whatnot, heart disease.
Obesity.
Yes, obesity. Basically a metabolic syndrome, madam.
Yes.
So this is the effect. So even at the global level, when you look at the survey, it says that 33% of the kids use media. Probably, if we do the real life scenario, if we take the real life scenario, it will be definitely more than that. Definitely more than that.
Yeah, I have seen, once upon a time we used to say God is universal, but now the mobile has become universal. And then, right from the newborn baby to the old people, all are immersed in the mobile. Yes. And not only it affects their eyesight, their brain development also is affected. So you tell some tips to the parents, what should be done, what should not be done, do's and the don'ts.
Do's and don'ts. Yes, madam. This screen can have deleterious effects on this developing minds. Like it has benefits as well. The benefits includes online learning, online interaction, which helps these kids to have connected with their friends and families, and also helps in displaying their talent sometimes. And the deleterious effects, whatnot, it can make them exposed to violent behaviors, violent content, sexual content, and also hate content. Online bullying is a thing which we need to consider seriously.
Okay.
All these things are deleterious effects.
And there are some games, where they have committed suicide. At the end of that game, they are committing. So they mentally are drowned into that, it's like a brainwashed assassins they go. That is terrible. Yeah.
Mental health problems which these screen create, such as suicidal tendencies, self-harm, anxiety and depression. More so, it is not the active use of mobile which is causing problem. It is the passive use of mobile in the form of scrolling. And they just scroll. They don't use media actively. So this is the form. Is it the depression causing more mobile use, or the more mobile use causing depression?
It's a vicious cycle. Cycle.
That becomes a vicious cycle wherein everything increases. So from my side, the tips are that from a developing mind perspective, for less than 2 years, please don't use media for any form. Apart from interacting with grandparents, sometimes grandparents might want to interact with the child. At that time, you can give, not for having a problem. You have a problem kid, give media so that kids keep quiet. No, don't do that. Between 2 to 5 years, restrict it to only 1 hour, but it should be a supervised media use. Means, as a parent, you need to oversee what kids are doing with the phone. Next comes adolescents and more than 5 years, wherein the screen time should be restricted to 2 hours. Even here, it should be supervised. You have to supervise what your kids are seeing. Content has to be supervised. Quality and quantity of time both has to be supervised, like having a linked account with the parent. At community level, government should be very strict on using certain apps. There should be strict regulation at legislation level and also by Supreme Court.
Yeah, I think that is very, very, very essential, because,
Yeah.
the blue films and all sorts of things, it is
Mm.
literally destroying the mindset of the children. So
Yeah.
instead of making them useful to the society, they'll become antisocial people, and
Yes.
they forget that they're the social animals, and they don't even smile. And you might have noticed, the recently, in
Mm.
the past, the moment we used to smile at the children and say hi, the child used to clap and smile. Nowadays, the children are not even smiling. They are scared of looking at it. No, they are not at all with the people. That is very
Social,
peculiar.
probably the screen use has affected social interaction. That's
Hmm.
why for communication, communication should happen through a real life experience. Hence,
Yes.
keeping kids connected. If
Hmm.
at all, if your kid is using screen, co-view
Hmm.
with them,
Hmm.
talk to them,
Hmm.
understand what they are watching, understand
Hmm.
what they are doing on in this.
Hmm.
If at all, sometimes they might be exposed to violent behaviors. Ask them if they have any violent
Hmm.
behaviors or texting from unknown
Okay.
person. You have to
Okay.
understand kids so that you can intervene at the right time so
Hmm.
that kids won't get affected by this. Because
Okay.
ma'am, there is an
Hmm.
increasing tendency of suicidal behaviors due to this. Hence, there is a need for parents to uh, intervene at this point of time.
Okay. So what is the role of the parents? How they should be? How they have to be role model? In what way?
Say, for example, if I am the parent, I will restrict my phone use in front of them. Rather,
Okay.
I will encourage
Otherwise, if you are immersed in the mobile, the mother is immersed with the mobile, and the child, with whom it has to be interacting. So the parents have to be role model by not using the mobile or the internet in front of the child. Okay.
and say, for example, there has to be some leisure activities. The leisure
Hmm.
activity should not be in the form of media, rather it should be in the form of physical
Yeah,
activity.
tell the stories or play with them
Yes.
or the carom or take them out for a walk. And when our parents were walking, we used to go on cycling, early morning.
Yes.
See, those are the fresh air and the freshness, and the competition will be there. But this sort of screen time, it destroys their mind. Okay, then.
Yes, it destroys their mind. If at all, if a child is watching, you
Hmm.
have to co-view with them. And also sometimes as a parent, you
Hmm.
need to take, say for example, talk to them and uninstall harmful apps if at all, if they are using tech too much, which is beyond your limits sometimes.
Hmm.
That
Okay.
has to be done as a parent.
Hmm. Hmm. No, but I have seen the parents who are strict. They never
Mm.
bought a television until the child finished its second PU and finished the NEET and got into the merit college. And
Mm.
after 2 years, the child was, the boy, he was totally addicted to the mobile. And the mother called me and said, Amma, Dr. Amma, please help, he is not sleeping, he is not going to college, he is not studying, and he's failing in all the subjects. What to do? And I think the psychological treatment has to be given for such people. What do you say?
Yes, madam, exactly. Family, definitely here, the family role becomes important, wherein you need to monitor what they are watching and you need to be with them. That's why co-viewing is important. when they are watching excessively, restrict them, and also have a tech-free time in your, say for example, while having meal, I will not use mobile.
That's very important. Yeah, but don't
uh,
mix up the eating and watching. Very
mm,
important point. Yeah,
meal and media should not be mixed. And
correct,
bedtime.
correct, correct.
So keep your mobiles out of your bedroom, away
Yes.
from your bedroom. It delays sleep, also disrupts sleep. So
Yes.
hence keep media out of your, so a digital tech free or tech free zones has to be maintained in home. They
Hmm.
should not take mobiles to bathroom. They should not
Yes.
they should not take mobiles to bathroom. These are the things by which you should not take, and even they should not take. This is
Yeah.
how you set an example so that a kid continues to do so and use only healthy media. Media use
Okay.
has to be a healthy media.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
So the parents have to be role models, and they should set an example to the children by not using not using the abusing the media,
Yes.
and that
Yes.
and spend more time actively with them, playing and games and all that, and that way the creativity, that like telling the riddles or stories or anything, and that way the growth will be much better. So
Yes.
thank you very much, Dr. Bharat, for sparing the time and giving such nice tips to the parents. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Okay.